The GW Geckos and Teason High Titans took to the diamond for their ESA Softball League matchup. The girls picked up where they left off during their first game, G-Dub on defense in the bottom of the fourth inning, leading 34-2. Last meeting was postponed because of darkness. The defense retired the side and went on to win 34-2 to improve to 4-0 on the season. After a short break, the ladies stepped back onto the field for their scheduled game. Geckos jumped ahead early 4-0 behind a Hannah Cruz two-run double. The Titans got shut out again in their next at-bat, going 3 and out. GW added to their lead after a bases-loaded walk scored another run. The home team poured on 7 more runs to lead 12-0 after 2 complete innings of play. Janique Pangilinan hit an RBI single in the third, scoring Rocky J. Mesa, who got on base with a walk. Sophia Cruz doubled in the bottom of the fourth. Teammate Rocky J. Mesa's 2-out double scored Cruz to put GW ahead 14-0. Doreen Salvador closed out the game with an RBI single for the 15-0 win. Geckos stay undefeated at 5-0. Big shout out to Academy's Olivia Salas on hitting a 2-run homer against the JFK Islanders to help her team pull off the 13-10 win. It was a back-and-forth battle before the deep ball put the Cougars ahead for good. With the win, Academy improves to 3-1-1 in the ESA Girls Softball League. St. John's Beach volleyball players Aiden Johnson and Cameron Kelly defeated Guam High's Trayden Rosario and Kian Farron in 3 sets, 21-14, 12-21, 15-8. The win puts the Knights record to 2-1 for this year's IIAG boys beach volleyball season. UFC heavyweight fighter Roque Martinez is in training camp preparing for his 3rd fight with the organization. Martinez is 0-2 in the octagon, with losses coming from Alexander Romanov via second-round submission and a decision loss to Dontel Mays.
For me, I look back and I think my last 2 UFC fights, I kind of went in there with, I would say, maybe a little bit too much respect for my opponents, and I felt like I played safe, man, and that's not how I fight my best. This one I'm really looking forward to just going back to my old school style and just bringing out that real fighter. Just fight, man, and that's what I truly believe is, at the end of the day, it's just a fight. And I know these heavyweights in the UFC, these guys are they're monsters. All my opponents are big guys, but yeah, it's just gonna go back to just bringing that old school fight mentality and let my hands go.
The Guam High Panthers boys and girls cross-country team stay unbeaten in this year's IIAG cross-country season. Guam High finished 1-2 in the boys race. Joseph Schwartz crossed the line first overall at 19:37. Teammate Anthony Pelosma finished second overall with a time of 19:44. FD runner EJ Manabusin finished third at 19:50. Panthers Alex Rink finished 4th at 20:24. Friars Gavin Baker and Boss Shields finished 5th and 6th respectively. Guam High's girls crossed the line in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. First place was Liliana Fennessy at 20:48. Second place was Molly Lang at 21:19. Samaya Wilbanks crossed the line 3rd at 21:48. The next IIAG meet will be held on Thursday when the Panthers take on the St. John's Knights. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Team of the University of Guam's Triton Esports program secured a victory in a March 14th collegiate scrimmage against Valpro University, an NCAA Division I school. The match was played in a crew battle style, providing the inaugural UOG esports team with experience in preparation for their first intercollegiate tournaments later this year.
This match against Valpo University and last, I think 2 weekends ago, we scrimmed against University of Hawaii. And it's showing that, yes, absolutely, not only can we compete, we can win. And that's a huge encouragement, because there was some question about, where does our skill really stack up? But we're there. Valpo University had placed in pretty high, actually, in Super Smash's collegiate tournaments last year. So I know that we have a good chance when we join these intercollegiate tournaments this fall.
Congratulations to Team Masakata captain Angelica Perez on her selection as the head coach of the U17 women's national team. Perez becomes part of the growing number of national team players taking on coaching roles at the youth national level while simultaneously training to compete at the senior national level. Perez was first called up to train with the Guam women's national team in 2005, the year she turned 14 years old, and eventually assumed the role of team captain 7 years later. She scored her first 2 international goals in 2012 against Hong Kong in the EAFF Women's East Asian Cup Preliminary Competition Round 1. Angelica played for the St. Martin's University Saints Division II program and was named to the All-Conference Academic Team in 2011. Perez's staff includes assistant coach Derek Cruz and goalkeeper coach Sean Evans.